Hi, I'm the Scrub, and you're here for one reason. Well, time for a spot of Moogle Mail. You are cordially invited to the wedding of... Wait. He's dead. Hang on. Does she know he's dead? She wants to do what? Look, I know she's broken-hearted, but this is a bit much. Well, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Time to learn about the Tam-Tara Deepcroft hard. Simplified. Grab the first pair of mobs, turn left, and pull everything all the way to the two mobs tethered to the usher. You have to defeat the tethered mobs before you can damage the usher. Kill everything. Pull everything to the next usher with the mobs tethered to it. Kill everything. There may also be extra hornets that will spawn in. First boss time. The boss will put a triangle of red spheres on a party member, which is called Inhumanity. There will be ads that spawn in. These ads will be aggroed to the party member who got the red spheres. Now, against all of your better judgment, no one touched the ads. If you end up killing the ads, they will explode in a room-wide AoE and give everyone a vuln stack. This will happen for every mob that is killed and is quite easy to wipe if you aren't careful. To overcome this, just single target the boss down. The ads don't really do a lot of damage, and the only ad that can be a problem is the bridesmaid who stuns the player if it reaches them. After a short time, the boss will give a different party member a large pink AoE. This party member will need to stack with the ad-infested mosh pit. The pink AoE will go off and kill the ads for you. There is a second pink AoE just in case all the ads didn't die the first time. If any ad is still alive when the boss casts this room-wide AoE called Tantrum, they will explode in the same way, so you can't ignore the ads. After you defeat the boss, you will see that there is a barrier blocking your path to the left. In order to pass all the way through to the second boss, you will need to clear all three side rooms. When you head into the first side room, you will see there is a defiled coffin. When a party member interacts with this, they will be hit with a debuff terror for a few seconds. When the ad spawns, it will do a point-blank AoE from its position, and the cast is stunnable. And they'll also attempt to cast Paralyze 3, which is interruptible. After you've cleared the first room, the barrier will drop so you can head up the corridor and pull everything into the next room on the left. Kill everything. Then interact with the next defiled coffin, and kill everything that spawns out of the coffin. Then head out of the room and turn left and kill the three enemies at the barrier at the end of the path. Then interact with the final coffin in the final room on the right. Kill everything that pops out of the coffin. Then turn right and head up to the second boss. When you approach the NPC, he will become binded, and the boss will spawn at the far end of the arena with several void portals spawning around the outside of the arena. The goal of this fight is to keep the NPC alive while also defeating the boss. If the NPC dies or the boss gets 4 damage up stacks, the boss will immediately enrage and wipe the party. The boss's tank buster is a cleave, so don't stand with a tank and don't point the tank buster at the NPC. Portals will also spawn these wispy-like purple orbs. If these orbs reach the NPC, they will damage him and give the boss a damage up stack. So party members will need to run into the orbs, which will explode in a small AoE. They don't hurt much, but healers be aware of any extra heals that you may need to dish out. When the boss targets the tank with an AoE on the ground, move out of the AoE. This AoE will remain on the floor and give a bleeding dot tick if you are standing in it. The bleeding tick also affects the NPC, so tanks need to make sure to move around the outside of the arena. Towards the end of the fight, there will be larger purple orbs that will move towards the NPC. These do moderate damage if you run into them, but as long as they don't reach the NPC, you should be alright. After you defeat the boss, interact with a portal to move to the next area. The next part can be done in either 1 or 2 pulls. Either pull the first 2 packs inside the narrow path area, then head to the tethered ads with the squid, or you can pull everything all the way to the squid and kill everything. Also be aware of the orange wispy orbs floating around the place. If you run into them, they will have a short casting medium-sized AoE around them. When you start killing the squid, there will be extra ads that spawn in. Nuke them. After you defeat the squid, the bridge will appear, and it's final boss time. When you pull the boss, void portals will appear around the outside of the arena. The NPC in the fight will have a bleeding AoE around her. Don't wander through this puddle. There'll be 2 types of demons that will appear out of the portals. Ones with double swords that will perform straight line AoEs through random players, and flying gargoyles which will cast point-blank AoEs below random players. Just move out of the orange to dodge them. When the ads are spawned from the portals, they will start crawling towards the NPC. If they make it to the bleeding circle, they will be absorbed and a symbol will glow on the ground. This will mean that the room-wide AoE called Red Wedding will get stronger and the symbol will disappear. If you ignore the ads and get all 5 symbols lit up, the subsequent Red Wedding will instantly wipe the party. So make sure you eliminate the crawling ads before they get to the middle. Remember to keep DPSing, use that limit break, and congratulations, you have beaten Tam-Tara Deepcroft again. My name is the Scrub. Thank you for watching.